Okay, we are recording. So the raid one wasn't bad. If you have any questions on that one, let me know. We're going to play around with the ZFS version. And this one is set up to run on Ubuntu. So that step two is going to be different in Fedora. So I'm going to just check, see if my Fedora knows anything about ZFS. So let me clear this and just try a sudo DNF ZFS. And, oh, I should do an install. See if anything pops up. All right, so it is checking repositories, and I think it's going to find nothing. Okay, so then I have to enable some things for Fedora to access ZFS because ZFS is not part of the GNU public license, so you got to get it separately. So let's do a Fedora search. Want to install ZFS. And let's see if, yeah, so OpenZFS has instructions that Gemini is pulling from their website. Yeah, so you tried this and it wouldn't work on your version?
Because the 4.4.
If you want to see what worked for me, you
Yeah.
can pull up the script I submitted it.
Oh, you did one? Okay, let's check it out.
I had issues, but like you could see the.
You eventually, did you eventually get it? Okay. Um,
I was troubleshooting for like an hour.
and then I'm gonna pause the recording for a minute because I don't want to record me looking at your stuff. Zoom recording. Okay, so we're going to try going for that. And then every once in a while, when I get a summary like this from Gemini, I'm a little skeptical of it. It's usually right, but again, they're pulling stuff from another site. So I'm just going to go over to the Fedora OpenZFS documentation. All right. So they recommend here that I have the ZFS fuse. And all right, so I'm going to give that a shot. Let's blow this up a little bit. Can I close this menu or is it always stuck there? Just leave it, looks stuck. All right, so, and then here I should be root to do this. So I'll do a sudo rpm -e -no deps, no dependencies. And I want ZFS fuse. ZFS, oh. What? What's that?
He was like, "What's your password gear?" Sleep there, so there, buddy. Yeah, what's?
Yeah, that's all right. You should know now.
Okay.
Not normal.
Well,
Same.
let's see. That says there is no such package. So we're going to try the DNF. Okay, and the -y says say yes to everything. That always makes me nervous. I usually don't do it unless I'm really sure about it. So
Me too.
It can't be inconvenienced, but yes.
Like all
Yeah. If I
turned mine, I know where you.
if my laptop breaks on this, then I don't need it anyway.
and this is actually we're going to get into shell scripting next. And so this command that is telling me to run right here with the $ parentheses. So that's a shell scripting tool. It's basically saying, okay, I have a variable coming next. We're going to pull the value of that variable from the uname command. We're going to use a program called awk to filter what uname gives us. And we're just going to grab the first part of what uname says. And the chapter 7 goes a little bit over awk, so we'll talk about that later. But if you're curious, run the uname command on your computer. I think in the beginning of the quarter, I asked you to run uname-a to tell me a little bit about your Linux system when we first started. All right, so I'm going to do uname-r, and then we're going to pipe that over to awk, and awk is going to filter it. And we're going to filter on a dash. We're going to separate on a dash. And then in awk, we want to print just the first part of what uname gives us. Oops, I'm off the screen here, aren't I? Let's just... All right, and it's just print, not printf, is that right?
Sure, you get your Wi-Fi signal. Got 32%.
Oops.
Your sandbox.
Okay, did I type that right? DNF install kernel dev dash, and then we want the kernel version. And that looks correct. Okay, let's see. No match. Okay, let's do this then. Okay. So it's going to pick the right kernel for the kernel development. All right, so that looks pretty similar to what you did there on yours.
I love like 200 megabytes and stuff.
Yeah, so somehow that uname awk command didn't grab the right package version for the kernel reference on the kernel development package.
Mine had like 255 packages.
Yeah, I'm saying whatever you want to.
Yeah, and it could be, again, we have different systems, so it could be I've installed other stuff that already had some of those package. Because again, all our systems are different.
And that ran for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Running those scriptlet.
Yeah.
But it's rebuilding something, right?
Okay, yeah. All right, so I did a bunch of installations. All right, so let's see, where are we over here? Now I want to try the DNF install ZFS, but I don't think that's going to work. We'll see.
Are you on a VM?
Yeah, I'm in the VM right now. So this is my Fedora server running in virtual machine manager.
So then my next issue was, I think at this point it was, I had to disable secure boot.
Okay, so it's still not finding ZFS, so I'm missing something. All right, so let's...
And there was also a reboot I had to do at some point in order to get
pop that out. Yeah. Okay, so somehow I'm missing the repository. So I'm going to go back and see, because I read a different set of instructions yesterday. Yeah, this is missing some steps. Let's try this one. Okay, update, install updated ZFS package, source, switch to root account, configure live environment. This does not look right either. Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm missing a repository. Nope, not that. Okay. All right, so that's not it either. So let's see. I'm not searching for the right thing. So Fedora ZFS, oops. Repository. Okay, that's where I just was. I don't think that's what I want, but maybe. Oh, maybe this is it. No, that's Ubuntu. Huh. But it's in the Fedora section? Interesting. No, that's not it. Okay, interesting. I know I found a different set of instructions the other day. Let's try this one. That one has.
It's a lot of instructions more.
Yeah.
I had fun, not, I was thinking. But it's.
Alpine Linux root. Debian, Fedora. Looks like I was already here trying to do this. That's the one I just tried. Okay, I know I saw other instructions on how to add a ZFS repository to Fedora. I swear it was on OpenZFS. It's not it though. Okay, I'm going to try something. Let's do a mod probe. I might need to be root to be mod probe. Nope.
There's latest repositories.
What's that?
There's the latest repositories.
All right, let's give that a shot. That's what I was looking for. Oh, just a step. All right, let's see. DNF config manager, set options, ZFS dot enable 0. All right, let's see if that runs. Cannot set repository options, ZFS enable option, enable not found. Okay. Louis, did you find what you might have done to get that
Yeah,
running? Okay, cool. Let's take a peek. Latest repository. Yeah, that's missing something. Let's take a look in ls etc dnf protected. Anything in there? That didn't come up. Okay, what is this here? Not sure about this here. But we'll do some more research on that. All right, did you send that over?
I'm pulling, so it was like,
Okay.
somebody, because I was also troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Trying to just do the extract stuff and actually work.
Oh, that is different right there. Okay. I didn't try this step yet. Let's try this one.
Okay, so this is what I did before I started recording.
Okay. And I found a different page on the OpenZFS site that had a installation address to grab the package from that I missed before. So I think that might be helpful. All right, let me pause and check out what you sent. All right, back at it here. All right, so Fedora, ZFS release.
It wasn't too long after that, it's when I had to disable secure boot for an iteration. It's easier to copy and paste it.
I cannot copy and paste into this particular shell.
I do it by doing Control Shift V. I tried to, this works, but you're also on Chromebook.
No,
It works for me all the time.
Yeah, so if I come and try to paste in here, yeah, I can't get it to work. I haven't found a keystroke that'll work yet.
I think it's just because it's a video. That's why I can.
Okay, let's double check I typed it correctly. Yeah, so someday I got to figure out how to get copy and paste into the VM server. Have not got that yet. Okay, I think that looks right. Except I forgot to do sudo.
It works for me. It's Control Shift V.
Control Shift V gave me an error.
That work.
Password.
And are you, let's say you're running Mint
Yeah.
and then you have Virtual Machine Manager
For Fedora.
with Fedora Server?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, not Fedora Server. I have the normal Fedora install,
Okay.
but you know, I can turn the GUI off.
Yeah, my guess is if you turn the GUI off, it won't work. Okay, it looks like I got it. Do I have to do anything else? Let's try, see that I need that next command. I'm not sure I do. Sudo DNF install ZFS. Oh shit, yeah, okay. Making progress. Interesting that it uses a bunch of Perl. Perl is a programming language that used to be very popular in Linux. And apparently still is. Wow, that's a lot of Perl modules. Holy
Yeah,
moly.
like I said, it was like 200.
Yeah, 224.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm caught up to you. All right. We will pause this and come back.
And that, like the kernel, the script thing that it does at the end, that one took like 15 minutes.
Fix, you know, the problems.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we will look at that in a minute.
Could not find ISO. Please mount a different.
Okay, so this looks good. All right. So next,
But yeah, no, this.
we'll
this
do
is
mod
the-
probe.
The 6th gen CPU is got a. No. This is like quad core.
Do I have to be sudo? That doesn't look good.
Mine's just,
It says fine.
yes, this guy just exists as a spike. A lot of the friggin' latitudes just exist as spike.
Okay, so
Or the one I have, that thing was a daily drink
that didn't work yet.
for a good 5 years, having the same issues, and it still exists.
I ordered and received remember the cooling pad for that, because my game was running hot on it.
Yeah.
It's so fire, it's so cool, it was actually almost cool.
I don't think I want to do that.
Like a lot of fans. Price is not 100 cracks.
Oh, that would have been fun, just.
My computer's like.
Like, what you guys do with it, if I don't touch your
There's a lot before.
That'd be awesome. Yes,
Oh no, I want.
You kind of.
I know.
Oh, whoa.
Did I don't know how.
I'm just bored.
Really?
Honestly.
I always like use the same sugar and I just need small person. Like I never.
This is like a successful install.
That's sort of like, okay, I know I could like, it's one book.
Like I said, I installed the
I would just go like arrow up until I find one.
graphical interface and see if there's. I must have a batch of it. I exited the program.
I'm really bad at
Virtual.
I'm so bad.
Do you like eggs?
Yeah, I'm just like, shut up.
Educate your old man if you do
I
that.
scripted. Hey.
Okay. I'm gonna try a reboot, see if that helps.
I don't close anything until I burn it.
You know that I've had like 4 bashes open like lately for my project I'm doing.
That Lewis guy just keeps sending me messages.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, we're gonna try a reboot, see if that helps. Oh, what other options do I have here? Let's try one.
Is that why? It's not so easy.
Yeah, so for this right here, I'm gonna give it 2 more tries, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna go try the Ubuntu version. ZFS.
Okay, so that installed, and it's right here, the command to do it.
You got it to work with that?
On my, yeah,
Cool.
this, no, I'm not listening to point two, that's lost.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I bet we can find it. Did you look in your bash history?
I did not, but.
Okay, oh, so finish typing.
Unless
You're
you-
lost.
not
That.
Yes, you're lost.
Explore.
No, thanks, but. So.
Okay, and then slash. Correct.
Who errors? Let's go.
Okay, so.
Let's look about my.
We're chapter 6.2. Okay, let's up our skills before that.
It's something you actually get advantage of.
So it should be in the directory.
One.
Which one the
You can't get through it.
Advantage of a physical.
And then the exit after. Okay, yeah, so.
I would use the server.
Just do an ls, and just ls.
Holy.
What the?
I'm gonna be.
Okay, so let's copy that over to you, or let's see, you can just send that over to your, so let me see. Okay, what do we have right here? This is just the server version of,
Yeah, this is my VM.
Ubuntu.
Finally, it's done.
And on your, and
Meant
this is running Mint. Do you know if SSHD is running on Mint?
to be then,
Okay, so,
SSHD. I mean,
the SSH server.
oh, yeah, you definitely.
Okay, so let's just check that that's the case. So SSH space let's not do SSH, let's do SCP. So SCP space and your username in Mint. And then we need your Mint IP address. Remember how I checked mine a minute ago? All right, and I'll be right back. I gotta check something here. I forgot I'm recording still. We'll clean that up later. Oop, no, wrong user.
No, no.
It was just IP address after that?
IP space A. And then you want to look for the W something section for your Wi-Fi and get the IP address from there. Oh yeah, I want to do the. Oh, well, I didn't error that time. But it didn't give me any information either. Let's blow up the font.
It's like a mom doesn't give me information.
Okay, that's better. Okay, what else can I check? Let's go back to those instructions.
No. you didn't.
Oh, really? Oop, button.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm seeing someone who.
Okay, let's give it a try. Echo.
6.3.
That's your focusing this. Watching it.
Okay. Any idea what this command's gonna do here? So that was on the OpenZFS website. They recommended running that next.
So if it's making a.
Well, so
What does Echo do?
that's really just Echo the message.
Yeah, so it'll just echo the message ZFS.
Yeah.
Anybody know what that greater than symbol does? That's the redirection operator. So what it does is instead of sending it to standard output, which would just appear underneath, it says send whatever I'm echoing into that file. So it's kind of like going into Nano, making a file in this directory called zfs.com, and then in that file type in ZFS. That would be equivalent to using Nano to do that. And since I'm not root, this will probably error. So now I got to do a sudo on that.
Yeah, I'm in root.
Oh, permission denied.
That's what, you gotta be root. Root.
Oh, maybe. All right, let's try that.
Wait, this is-
I don't know. This still might not work. I think sudo should have worked, but I'm often wrong.
It doesn't work, they actually gotta be root, so. What, to boot up?
No, you just download.
Mine's trying super fucking hard to boot up. It's just been sitting here last like 5 minutes.
Okay, that did work.
It's just the.
All right.
You did this before you signed, right?
No.
You usually do this. Oh, you don't?
No, this one I was like, well, I did this. I did the ZFS in Debian. I was like, oh, it worked great.
Yeah.
So I just assumed it would work great in Fedora.
I don't think it
Didn't work.
to the word view.
You know what? Oh, here's another thing. I was surprised when I was playing with ZFS and Debian, how well it worked.
Okay.
And there were some things like, what was I messing around with? Quotas. Remember the quotas for EXTF in chapter 5?
Yeah.
Quotas in ZFS were way easier. So I loaded ZFS in Debian. I set up quotas for the file system I created on a flash drive, and it was way easier than quotas in EXTF4. It's like, wow. Okay, so I just assumed it would be just as easy to work with in Fedora. So I was wrong, but my guess is the Ubuntu version works way better. Victor, you tried the Ubuntu version. It worked just like it said it would? Okay. All right. So I'm making slow progress here.
Still fucking loading.
Pass. No, I can't downsize that.
Okay, I think I might need to do one more reboot, but I'm gonna try running some of the commands from here to see if it worked.
I got some pros and maybe like.
Move it.
I don't think it's gonna work, but oops. Oh, come on. Why won't you go over there? Doesn't like that. Go over here, maybe?
Overall.
All right. Zpool create data. All right, let's check a couple things first. Let's do a lsblk. Okay, so I could use SDA if I wanted to. All right, so I'm going to do a zpool. Create data. Okay. Oops. Ah. Shit. Okay. I think I got it to install. Let's see if I can get these guys to share the screen. Doesn't like that. Move you over. Ah, that's better. Okay. All right, let's do a Z pool list. I got it to work. Holy shit. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so I'm not recommending you necessarily try this if it already failed for you, but I will post a link on this assignment to the Open ZFS website. I was able to get their instructions to work, but I had to modify them a little bit. The ZFS fuse doesn't work. Grabbing this repo from ZFS on Linux did work. Installation with the kernel name did not work.
What goodies did you bring for us today?
You know, I didn't bring goodies today. I know, I'm such a slacker.
We're all
My
sorts,
wife
yeah.
got up this morning and says, you know, you should make scones for your class because I want some too. But that was at 6:30. I'm like, I don't have time to make scones and get to Boardman. So next week. Yeah, okay. So on my version of Fedora server, I did get the OpenZFS instructions to work, but not as they listed them there. So I'll type up my version of it for anyone that wants to try it.
Well, you don't want to like.
Okay, if you don't want to try it, you have two options. The Ubuntu server version from the book works fine, or the BTFS will work fine, because that's already part of the Linux distribution.
You did that
The
earlier.
problem is,
That's an interesting way of just doing it.
yes, hang on just one sec. The problem here is when you try to grab packages from that aren't part of your distribution, sometimes that doesn't go well. Mostly it does. Like I mentioned, I grab Google Chrome from Google's Chrome repository. I grab VS Code from Microsoft's repository. And I've used them in Fedora, I've used them in Ubuntu, I've used them in Debian. But every once in a while, some foreign repository doesn't quite work the way they say it will. You know, and sometimes somebody listed a way to modify it to make it work, and sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you just have to give up and find a different way. There are ways to install packages not using a package managed system by grabbing the original source and then trying to compile it from your system. That is something I would do if we had a third term. I don't think we have time to get to that next term. But I did get a modified version of their instructions here to run on this particular Ubuntu server. Let's see, what am I running here? Uname -a. Oh, wrong screen. Uname -a. No, I want the.
It's so long.
Yeah, so I have kernel 6.18.13, subversion 200. So anyway, I'll type up my instructions. They're not too long for anyone that wants to give it a try. Otherwise, I'll put a note on there about trying BTFS or just switching to
Yeah,
Ubuntu.
you have the same version.
Same version? Okay. Yeah, then it should eventually run. But again,
If I can get it to reboot.
Yeah.
Sitting here.
well, one thing there's a couple things different about a computer is this is newer and faster, but like I brought my old slow computer with me and it runs the server version fine, but the full GUI version of Fedora just takes my whole system down. Often.
Well, I'm running it via my server.
Oh, you're running it through your server, not, oh, okay, so that's different. All right. So then it's just a matter of the internet connection in between them, really. All right, so I'm going to stop this recording and post my instructions next.